me to be here today in your beautiful city. These days, we celebrate theater and tourism, two bright, colorful, joyful manifestations of life. Life which is now under attack in Ukraine. And we fight for this life. Through cultural exchange, we celebrate the victory of humanity and dignity over barbaric imperial violence and authoritarian rule. We celebrate freedom of art and expression against attempts by Kremlin to impose the worst forms of violence against all Ukrainians, totally undermining basic human rights and violating all existing norms. Russian troops in Ukraine have committed thousands of war crimes, such as attacks and bombings of civilian objects, housing districts, theaters, schools, universities. The whole cities and towns have been totally destroyed and do not exist anymore. It is critically important for all of us to stay united while millions of Ukrainians today live in the reality of daily bombings and shellings, premeditated and mass killings, use of prohibited weapons, rape and other forms of sexual violence, torture and inhuman treatment, illegal forced deportation. Unprecedented and deliberate violence of Kremlin military in Ukraine killed 353 children and 666 children have been injured. I would also like to remind that the theater in Mariupol was deliberately bombed and destroyed when children were inside it, finding their shelter from the bombs. We, with our friends all around the world, show clearly to the aggressor that the world is resilient and strong. Our desire for freedom is striving, and we all together are ready to stay shoulder to shoulder in our fight for bright future. Future without threats and brutal violence. Future without expecting a new war. Future without aggressor on the border. I would like to thank Mayor Hilden, administration of Imatra, and people of Imatra, and organizers of the Black and White Theatre Festival for supporting Ukraine and for making this support visible. For kind initiative to engage Ukrainian artists, for connecting our peoples in these tremendously difficult times, for Ukraine, for Europe, and for the whole world. Dear friends, I would also like to thank the artists for speaking up for Ukraine and for making Ukraine and for dedicating their place to Ukrainian people. I wish all the participants of the festival every success in unfolding fully all your talents and in finding the right form of expression of our common aspirations of love, joy, and faith in humanity and dignity. In Ukraine, we have learned that life is black and white. There is good and there is evil. There is life and there is death. And we stand strong so that the good prevails and life wins. Thank you very much. Slava Ukraini, Hyva Suomi, and to all the good people in the world. Thank you.